In the very vast universe of Seiko 5 models with their special editions, limited editions, collaborations and God knows what Asians, let's be honest, there is a lot of them that are kind of forgettable and bland. There are some that are almost way too cool to pull off. There are some that quite simply stand out. I think this one stands out. It might very well be the coolest and the most versatile color variation there is. I can't remember by this point how many times I heard the disappointment that this is not worthy SKX successor. It's not a professional tool anymore, it's not ISO certified, it's not even 200 meter water resistant, yada yada yada. I get all those points, I really do. Nonetheless, I think they're a bit misfired. This was never meant to be a SKX successor, come on. Seiko 5 has been their own thing for more than 50 years. The current line is borrowing the design from the mighty SKX is actually a good thing. The case is phenomenal. I think it's just targeted on a bit different audience than the SKX was. It comes in a cute little box that doesn't get you hyped nor disappointed. There is a microfiber cloth and that's it. I'm fine with that. The SRPK 13K1. God, I like these reference numbers. On the first look, and especially on the product pictures, doesn't look like something extra. Just to watch. It tells time. It's got hands and a date window. Revolutionary, I know. But this is one of those watches you just have to see in person to truly appreciate it. The stainless steel case is perfect. And I highlight the word perfect. Shape. It's the SKX shape. And it's playing strong on that heritage. Call it a Seiko magic, witchcraft, sorcery, or genius. These cases were unlike anything else. The watch is big, 42 mm in diameter. However, only 46 luck to luck, which is one of the best tricks Seiko pulls off. The short luck to luck on large watches. That not only makes the watch comfortable, but very good looking even on a smaller wrist. And it's 13 mm thick, by the way. Finishing on the case is very good throughout too. There is a circle brushing on the top of the lugs and high poly sides. Drilled lugs, which is a very convenient thing because you might want to swap the bracelet. You recognize the shape from across the room. It is unmistakably Seiko. The big crown at 4 o'clock protected by these guards. It's big, grippy, super comfortable to use, super smooth to use, and it's not screwed down. I know, one of the disappointments. It's no longer a professional diver, I know, but nor am I. I go snorkeling sometimes, and I have seen tests where this watch survived actual diving. Seiko knows what they are doing when they put 100 meter of water resistance on this. They are fairly confident it will survive it. I am too, frankly. Yeah, and the crown is not signed, but that's Seiko. Just deal with it. Another indicator that the watch is not aimed to professional divers anymore is the display case back, saying special edition, whatever it means, and printed specs on the glass. Mineral glass. Proudly showing off the engine, the in-house automatic caliber 4R36. To the outside Seiko world known as NH36. Very solid workhorse that will be reliable for decades to come. Since it's the Seiko 4R36, it's a bit better finished. It's got nice sine rotor and the finishing throughout looks just better. Until this day, after quite a few years of watch collecting, it still bunkers me how many people have no clue that you still can get a watch like this that you don't have to charge or is not powered by battery. There is a lot of people that just have no clue about watches with mechanical movements anymore. Like my colleague, that is actually wearing the Seiko SAX007, asked me the other day if I know any good service here in Malaga, that the battery in his watch doesn't last that long anymore. This line of watches is supposed to show that. It's supposed to show that you can still get those amazing little machines from big brands like Seiko for not thousands of dollars. It's supposed to bring new people to the hobby. The watch comes on 22 mm oyster style bracelet that it's serviceable but not the best. Kinda like that friend that would always show up to help you move but never brings pizza and beer. You kinda appreciate the effort, but you know he could do better. Like, look, functionally it's okay. You don't need to swap it right away. I think we are just a bit spoiled by the brands like San Martin, who for this money would give you outstanding bracelet. With solid end links, milled clasps, with on-the-fly micro adjustment and superb finishing. There's nothing like that here. And let's finally look at the main thing and why I think this watch stands out. The dial. And bezel. Why it stands out to me. And especially the dial is one of the things that no other brand does better than Seiko on affordable watches. If you ever told me that I will be mesmerized by a watch that combines red, silver, blue and green on a black glossy dial, I would not believe you. I am a pretty boring person. Most of my wardrobe is black and white. But they somehow made it work and they made it gorgeous. And I need to say it again, you have to see this watch in person to truly appreciate it. No product pictures or video do this dial justice. The colors, as crazy as the combo sounds, have been used with clear concept in mind, not making the watch crazy. Just make it the watch very visually interesting, not a techno party. Let's start from the outside. 120 click unidirectional bezel with aluminum insert. Black matte aluminum insert with a lume pip and a diver's marking, where the first 20 minutes is in a dark red and the rest is silver, and it looks gorgeous. Apart from that, it's a typical Seiko bezel. It's got good grip, good action, that mushy Seiko action where you almost don't like feel the clicks, but you hear them. Yet it feels incredible quality. This particular one is even perfectly aligned. I like the Seiko bezels. They are not too loud. They have good amount of resistance. Yeah, they are mostly not aligned, but this one is. Then we move to the rehole, and that is where most of the colors reside. The rehole is very steep, so you don't see that much of the colors when you're looking straight from the top. Slightly shift the watch, that's when the colors pop up. The first 20 minutes is in blue this time, perfectly following the first 20 minutes on the bezel in red. And the rest is green, with silver printed minute lines. Very simple little dots printed minute track, interrupted by the indices. Long thing with lume stripes in the middle and high polish frames all around. A little bit thicker one at 12 and a day-date combo at 3. Nicely framed again. The high polish frames sometimes tend to disappear on the black glossy dial, but you always see the middle part with lume. The watch stays legible all the time. Oh yeah, and the day-date color wheels are color matched. Applied Seiko logo at 12 in the right size. I got no more to say. Seiko 5-line logo printed underneath. It's a bit controversial. There's a lot of people that don't like it and prefer the older shield-like logo. I am probably a minority here, but I actually like this one better. It gives me strong Superman vibes. Then at 6 we have the word automatic in the typical Seiko font, however printed in blue, which would be really weird on its own, but it perfectly matches the blue on the rehole. It's like a little very thoughtful detail. Just bind the colors a bit more together. And it just works. And the glossy black dial, that is something that Seiko just know how to do. Just like on my Flightmaster. It's a very, very deep black. Oh yeah, and the second hand is in orange. One more color to the combo. And it still works. I don't think there is any other brand that could combine all those colors and make it look that good. Handcent is rather typical for a Seiko 5-line. High polish with a crease in the middle, so each side reflects the light differently. That looks cool, and the watch stays legible again. Lume stripes in the middle. And the lume is not bad. It's not a lume champion, not a massive disappointment either. But, you know, it's not a professional diver anymore. It's all covered with Seiko's proprietary mineral glass that they call hard legs, which is supposed to be harder than normal mineral glass. I say it in pretty much every video. I am not a big fan of mineral crystals. I think it combines the worst of two worlds. Because they are way easier to scratch than sapphire crystal. But when you scratch them, get rid of the scratch is way harder than on an acrylic crystal. But I can't deny but that the crystal looks good. And that brings me to the value for money. Because a lot of people would say that the Seiko 5-line is overpriced for what you get, compared to micro brand watches or the watches you can snag from AliExpress. Sure, that is true, if you're purely looking at the specs. But there's the thing, watches were never supposed to be just about the specs. The value should always lay in the eyes of whoever buys it. Seiko is not just about specs. I might sound as a Seiko fanboy, but it's true. Seiko is about the heritage, the design, the innovations they've done in the past. Craftsmanship that goes into finishing these dials. And I know this might be purely subjective, but like wearing Seiko 5 like this makes me feel great. In conclusion, the Seiko SRBK13K1 or the entire 5-line is here to draw attention of new collectors, start the conversation and bring more people to the hobby, while being a very solid choice for more seasoned collectors. Plus it's a Seiko. And it's not just a name, it's a legacy. Yeah, I'm a Seiko fanboy. Not only Seiko. And that is it guys, as usual. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. If you didn't like the video, I thank you for watching this far. And please let me know in the comments. Have you got any of the Seiko 5 lines? Either this or the Dress KX. I really want one. My name is Karel and this is Watch. Till next time, cheers.